Hello friends, this is Dr. Sudhansh Sharma from School of Computers and Information Sciences, Indira Gandhi National Open University. I welcome you to this session of Introduction to Problem Solving. This is a very interesting session. In this session, you people will learn that what is in fact a problem and what are the various ways to solve a problem. In fact, to make this session interesting, we would like to solve various problems and that will improve your logic. In fact, this session is very important because problem solving relates to application of your knowledge. That means it relates to your intelligence. There is a difference in between knowledge and intelligence. Knowledge relates to that you know something, and intelligence means that you are going to apply your knowledge to solve some problem. So, problem solving is in fact a sequential process of analyzing an information. You analyze the information to a given related situation and generate an appropriate response for that problem. So, this problem solving might lead to different type of solutions. Various solutions are available and your intelligence will identify the optimum solution, the best solution among the identified solutions. There are different type of problems which are having a unique solution and they are having a multiple solution. We will be taking care of different type of problems in this session. So, there are in fact different steps. There are in fact in general 6 steps which are related to solve a problem in general. First and the foremost is your understanding the problem, because once the problem is understood, you people are able to solve the problem in a better manner. Subsequently, you are supposed to formulate a model and develop an algorithm. Based on the algorithm, you people are supposed to write a program and the testing and evaluation of the program is done subsequently. So, 6 steps of solving a problem are including understanding a problem, formulation of a problem, development of an algorithm, writing a program, testing the program, and finally the evaluation of the solution. So, in fact, what is the problem? In problem is nothing but it is an absence of an idea. Once you are having an idea, your creative thinking is explored, you are able to solve critical problems in an efficient manner. So, but that means one who is having the problem must find a way to solve it. So, there are different type of problems. There are the problems which are also unknown and you are supposed to identify that what kind of these problems are. These problems are in fact categorized as research problems, where the problem itself is unknown and you need to identify what is the problem, and after identification of the problem you need to propose a possible solution. But the problems are many a times are very well known and you are supposed to just act. So, they are relating to a separate category of problem. Subsequently, you know the problems and the solution requires only your additional expertise, and there is a class of problem where the problem is known and you require creative approaches. So, that means a problem category where your just action is required, everything is done, you know that this is required, you just require to place the things in in an appropriate manner. But many a times when technology is dynamically changing, then you need to understand that you require additional expertise. Likewise, in earlier days we are having a different type of programming techniques. Nowadays the programming techniques are very different, which are quite fast. So, you need to have additional expertise. Apart from this, to introduce the solutions derived from the additional expertise which you gathered while learning the subject, you are supposed to incorporate some creative approaches. Likewise, you might be developing apps, you might be developing websites, you might be developing creative solutions to the existing problems. So, problems are categorized into 4 categories, where the problem itself is unknown and they are to be identified, and you need to, on the basis of the gap analysis, you need to propose a solution. They are a research problem, and there are problems where just action is required, the problem is well known. Subsequently, a problem is well known where and you need just additional expertise, and finally, the problem is well known and you need creative approaches to solve the problem. Now, the first and foremost important first step is your identification of the problem, because it is identification of problem which relates to the understanding of problem. So that means you need to identify what is the observed need, where is the gap, and to fulfill that gap, to fill that gap, what is the requirement, whether you need some product, you need some system, you need some approach, what is the idea which can fill that gap, which can solve that problem. So problem identification, in understanding the problem, the very first step is your problem identification. Now problem identification relates to several type of questions. Likewise, what is the problem, where is the problem, when does the problem occur, who does the problem involve, why does the problem occur, how, that means what, when, where, how, why. You need to be very inquisitive and you need to explore each and every question to identify the problem properly in order to pinpoint an accurate solution. So that means there is a problem solving cycle which is having different type of phases. The first phase of the problem solving cycle relates to the identification. That means you firstly identify the problem. To identify the problem, you are supposed to gather the facts and transform those identified facts into a simple manner. So that simplification actually helps you to understand the problem clearly. Subsequently, you need to define the problem, and on the basis of the identified fact, you perform some brainstorming, and the brainstorming leads to different type of solutions. So you need to develop a strategy that which option is quite better. Then you are supposed to evaluate the promising solution, and to evaluate that you need to perform the cost and benefit analysis. On the basis of the cost benefit analysis of the different solutions you identified, that means on the basis of the outcomes of the cost benefit analysis of the different solutions, you pick the best solution and implement that. That means the next phase is your action. You bring the identified solution which is being evaluated into action, and you evaluate that your performed study, your evaluation is doing well or not. If there are some lacunas, you need to identify the gap, and on the basis of the gap, you are supposed to identify the facts and re-perform the process again. So the problem solving cycle relates to different phases. We discussed that it is identification, definition, evaluation, action, and you see that whether the problem solution is working or not, and repeat the steps in a similar manner if some rectification is required. Now, why this problem solving cycle is important? This problem cycle is very much related to the software development life cycle, SDLC, and it has got different phases, that is design, implementation, and testing, deployment, maintenance. That is, you are having analysis, design, implementation, testing, deployment, and maintenance. So in the analysis phase, you are actually identifying the facts, you are analyzing the problem. On the basis of the analysis, you design some particular solution. On the basis of the design proposed, you implement that solution and test whether there are some problems or not. If the things are running perfectly, you deploy the solution and perform the maintenance if there are some gaps required at the operational level. And to fulfill that gap, again you perform the analysis. So software development life cycle and your problem solving life cycle goes hand in hand. Now, one more important thing is that we said that there are situations that one problem might have got multiple solutions, and you are supposed to identify which solution is best. So, what are those problems? Let us solve some of the problems and identify that how we can have multiple solutions to a same type of problem. Now, let me cite you a simple example that, say you are having two water jugs. This is a well-known problem known as Aquarius problem, and it is a two water jug riddle. where a person is having an unlimited supply of water, maybe a fountain or river or whatever, and he is required, or he or she is required to have exactly 4 liters of water, but he has not, the person has not got any measurement instrument, and there are only 2 jugs. One is of the capacity 3 liters and other is of capacity 5 liters. Now, how to solve the problem? Because no measurement instrument is available and the person is only having 3 liters jug and a 5 liter jug, and the requirement is to measure exactly 4 liter, and any amount of water can be thrown out, or any amount of water can be collected by the person. So, one of the possible solution is that firstly the person fills a 3 liter jug and transfers all water filled in the 3 liter jug into a 5 liter jug. Now, again he filled the 3 liter jugs and try to fill the 5 liter jugs. Now, because already 3 liter is transferred into the 5 liter jugs, when 3 liter jug is transferred into the 5 liter without overflow, only 2 liter will be transferred. So, after transferring 2 liter from 3 liter jug, the 5 liter jug will be filled. So, throwing away the 5 liter jug water, only 1 liter will be remaining in the 3 liter jug. That 1 liter amount of water can be transferred again into the 5 liter jug, and again a 3 liter jug will be filled, and this 3 liter jug will again be transferred into the 5 liter jug. So, again the 5 liter jug will be having the exact 4 liter of the quantity of the water. So, that means this is the one way to solve a problem, where just by having a 3 liter and 5 liter capacity of jug, we are just measuring exact amount of 4 liters. What could be the alternative solution? The alternative solution is that firstly you fill a 5 liter jug and pour 3 liter jug, pour this water into 3 liter jug. So, 5 liter jug will be having only 2 liters of the water. Now, this 2 liters of this 3 liter jug is emptied, and the amount of water that is remaining in the 5 liter jug is 2 liters only. So, this 2 liter amount is transferred again into 3 liter jug. Now, 5 liter jug is completely empty. So, again it is filled, and that means 5 liter jug is completely filled and 3 liter jug is having 2 liters of the water. So, if we fill the 3 liters of jug from the water present in the 5 liter capacity vessel, only 1 liter will be passed on. So, 5 liter vessel will be having 4 liters of the water in exact quantity. So, we now can throw 3 liters water contained in the 3 liters jug. So, exactly we are having a 4 liter of the water. So, these two mechanisms can be used to exactly have 4 liters of the water. That means the problem of having 4 liter of jug by using 3 liters and 5 liters of the capacity of vessels can be solved in 2 ways. Now, we can apply the understanding of this problem to solve another problem, where we are supposed to find a biased coin. Say you are having 27 coins and each of them is 10 grams except for one coin, and that one coin is of 9 grams or say 11 grams, and you are having a 2-pen weighing balance, and using that 2-pen weighing balance you are supposed to identify that which coin is not of 10 grams. So, how you will solve the problem? The solution is that you divide the coins into 2 slots. Say 27 coins are there, you keep aside one coin and make 2 bunches of 13 coins. So, 26 coins are there. So, 13 coins are kept in one pen of the balance and 13 coins are kept in other pen, and if the balance is perfectly okay, that means it is totally balanced, that means then that separate coin is the biased coin. Now, if there is a difference, say the balance is disbalanced, say it bends to the right side, then the pen containing the coins, 13 coins, is having the biased coin. So you divide again those 13 coins into 2 slots of 6 coins each and separate 1 coin, and again keep 6 coins in the 2 pens, and if the balance is perfectly balanced, then that separate coin is the biased coin. Again, if the balance shifts either to the left or to the right, then the pen which is shifting either to the left or to the right, if you are identifying the heavy coin, then go for the pen which is bending down. So you again collect those 6 coins and divide them into 2 slots of 3 coins each. Put them into the pens, and if the pens are balanced, then the identified coin is the culprit coin, is the biased coin. So this is how you subsequently divide, and you will find that at the end you will find that the coin will be identified. So by using just 2 pens and weighing them one by one, you can identify that which one is the biased coin. So this problem is again having a standard solution. If you are thinking about the identification that which coin is heavier, then focus on the pen which is bending down. If you are focusing on to identify that which coin is the biased coin is lighter, then you focus on the pen which is going up. Now there is a standard problem, there is a very famous problem, that is a 17 camel and 3 sons problem. It is a very interesting problem where the problem is like that: if father left 17 camels as an asset for his 3 sons. When the father passed away, the will of the father stated that the eldest son should get half of 17 camels. The middle son should be given 1/3 of 17 camels, and the youngest son should be given 1/9 of the 17th camels. As it is not possible to divide 17 into half, or 17 by 3 or 17 by 9, so the sons started fighting with each other. So how will the sons divide the camels? So this is an interesting problem, because as per the will, the person is having 17 camels, and those 17 camels are to be divided into 1/3, 1/9, and 1/2 among the eldest, middle, and the youngest son of that person. So what could be the possible solution? That means in this type of situation, you know something, you know division, but how you will apply the intelligence? So these 3 sons plan to go to a wise man of their village, and this wise person actually thinks about the problem and solve the problem. You might be interested in knowing that how he solved the problem. Actually, that wise man was also having a camel, and he included his camel among those 17 camels. So now 18 camels are there and now he read the will. As per the will, the eldest son should be given half of the camels. So 18, half of 18 is 9 camels. So he gave 9 camels to the eldest son. And as per the will, the middle son should be given 1/3 of the camels. So 1/3 of 18 is 6. So he gave 6 camels to the middle son. And as per the will, 1/9 of the 18 camel turns out to be 2 only. So he gave 2 camels to the youngest son. Now 9 plus 6 plus 2, it is again 17. So 17 camels are distributed, and he took back his 1 camel which he included in those 17 camels. So this is amazing, this is surprising, this is really a wise decision given by that person. So again, there are several problems you are thinking, you are listening right from your childhood, and there is a famous problem which is your cannibal and missionaries problem. This problem actually relates to that there are 3 cannibals and there are 3 missionaries, and these 6 guys are supposed to cross the river, and there is only a single boat. And if the number of missionaries becomes less than the number of cannibals, then the cannibals will eat that missionary. So this is a very typical problem, and let me show you how to solve this problem. Firstly, to get you a clear insight into the problem, let me first solve this problem in a different manner, so that you understand that what will happen if the missionaries are getting less in comparison to the cannibals, and then we will solve the problem finally. So let's solve this problem. So this is the situation that 3 missionaries are there, and these 3 are the cannibals. So they are supposed to use this boat and to go to this end of the river. So firstly, say this missionary got into the boat, and then this cannibal also went into the boat, and they moved along. Now say if this person moved out and cannibal goes back, then what will happen? That because cannibals become more than missionaries, so they will they will eat all them. So now you are supposed to solve this problem. Okay, so there could be multiple solutions to this problem. I am trying one solution. So let's say this person goes, missionary goes, and this cannibal also goes into in, and this happened, and now this cannibal is dropped out. The missionary goes back, himself dropped down. Now both cannibals are moved out. They are moving back. Now they are moved again out. Now both cannot go back, so one cannibal has to move out. So they will go back again. Now what will happen? So this is moved out, this is again moved out. Now both missionaries are there. So this will, now they are moving out, and number of cannibals should not be outnumbered. Now this cannibal will bring his friends all together, no problem. All missionaries had already moved out, and the problem is solved. So this is one of the solutions. You can solve this problem. And again, there might be a situation that there is standard problem that there is a farmer, there is a lion, there is a bundle of grass, and there is a goat, and they are having a boat. This is a simple problem. You are supposed to solve this problem and just apply your mind to get the problem solved. So this is one of the problem, and if you exercise your mind, you explore your intelligence, then you will be able to solve this puzzle, that how the farmer will take, because if he take the bundle of grass, then wolf or lion will eat the goat. So that means there should be some combination such that all 3 moves to the different end of the river and in a safe manner. So this is again a problem which you try to solve. So these are just the problem solving techniques that you apply different techniques to solve a simple problem, and there might be multiple solutions, and among the solutions you go for the optimum solutions. So generally, as I said, that there are 6 steps to solve a problem. The basic fundamental tools to solve a problem involves 2 things, that are the algorithms and the flow charts. How to transform a given problem into an algorithm, into a flow chart, we will see in our subsequent session. Thank you.